In 2016, with a crazy election, clowns, and everything in between, one particular series of events went unnoticed by many. Something so seriously horrible and creepy that should have had worldwide coverage. This is the story of John Lang. John Lang, longtime resident of Fresno, California, and former Marine, discovered in early 2015 that the Fresno Police Department were being untrustworthy and breaking simple rights of citizens. John explained, "I discovered local law enforcement had been running a license plate scanning scam, where Fresno cops would scan license plates at retail store parking lots like Save Mart, Vons, Home Depot, and lower income neighborhoods. After collecting hits of violations, they would pull the unsuspecting drivers over a few blocks away from the store location in a marked police vehicle, claiming they simply came across their vehicle through routine driving patrols. It was unethical, and as anyone who knows anything about the criminal justice system knows, highly illegal. This unfair targeting of Fresno's poorer residents, motivated by profits, absolutely disgusted John. I also discovered the Fresno Bee was sharing chat log data with the Fresno law enforcement of Fresno citizens who are critical of local Fresno government and Fresno law enforcement. It should be noted that it is impossible to find any pictures of John Lang, as he kept himself pretty concealed and hidden during all this. The only picture that comes across as even a little usable is this, which he used as his Facebook profile picture. More of which you'll see in a couple seconds. Anyway, Lang posted these findings on local news site FresnoBee.com, which turned out to be fatal. The theory goes that an insider was able to trace his IP through the site, then find his address, which then began the harassment. Something quite unique to this situation, however, is the fact that he documented his further proof of harassment and strange occurrences on his YouTube channel. We've left it in the description for you, but we'll be dissecting the most important videos on that channel in this video. On the very first video on his channel, he displays what Lang claimed to be a Ford crew cab that had been stalking his house for multiple days in a row. In the video, at 3 seconds, we can see a silver truck pull aside on the road and continue slowly down the street. And again, at 3 minutes and 14 seconds, the truck passes by, but this time, not taking time to slow down. It only got worse after this. Further videos include a 20-minute gap in John's surveillance system, leading him to believe they somehow accessed footage from the camera outside his house and deleted incriminating footage of other police officers. This one is what seemed to be the Fresno police scanning John's house with a thermal imaging system to see if he was home. And this one is Fresno police leading multiple investigations as a cover-up for their harassment against Lang. Lang was fed up and filed a legal complaint with the internal affairs of the Fresno Police Department, which, even though meant to stop things from happening and kept relatively secret, the whole police force found out. Things began to escalate when Fresno police stationed themselves outside of John Lang's house in an attempt to intimidate him. Everything seemed to start calming down, even with a few attempts by Fresno police to apparently set up Lang. Finally, something extremely troubling and unsettling was discovered by John Lang. He appeared to have realized a few men observing his house from the van of a carpet cleaning service. As everything else had been perpetrated by Fresno police, this grew Lang worried. Lang posted on his Facebook profile, "If I turn up missing or dead tomorrow, remember this van. I think I seen a couple guys sneak out the side door and into the building when it was parked in the carport this afternoon. I've been causing the city of Fresno a lot of problems recently, which I now regret." Just a few days later, Lang's house was burnt down in a fire that consumed his whole house. The coroner ruled that he had been stabbed in the back multiple times before dying of asphyxiation. To which the coroner randomly turned around, returning what he said, saying it was a mistake. The scary part is that he knew it would happen, asking for protection in one post and predicting his death in another. Truly, John knew the severity of the situation. After his death, many investigated but found zero leads to anything, sadly leaving the corrupt Fresno police in power. Remember the one video of officers posted outside of Lang's house, claiming to have been doing an investigation on someone else? They are still harassing visitors who come to the residence. It's still unknown if we'll ever receive answers about the information surrounding John Lang's death. Some are pleading the government to look into the case, but it's now 2 years after his death and no action is taken. It may be true we won't know anytime soon. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the flip side.